Yo, what's up guys? You got Pokeaim here with the next round of the Are You Open? Today I'm playing versus Drax, and let's just get right into it. So, he has a Moltres on his team. Unfortunate. Cresselia is very good versus him. So is Gator. Gator can kind of just win. He does have Toxic Oak, obviously, to deal with that. Let me just ignore spectators, if anything. Wow, Moltres is a huge threat. Durant is really good as well. I'm gonna lead off with Durant because I think it forces Moltres to use one of its attacks. Like, if he leads off a Gligar, that's fine, because I can Hone Claws up here. And I force Moltres to use one of its attacks. Let me just calc how much Earthquake actually does to me. Because he has Bronzong and Gligar, I think this might actually just be Defog, just straight up. He doesn't do enough to me. Yeah, and I can 2 KO him, so I'm gonna go for Hone Claws immediately. Raise my accuracy. As he goes for U-turn. I'm assuming it might be Scarf Moltres then? Hopefully not. If he goes Bronzong, I get to crunch that. U-turn Roost, I'm gonna say Defog Earthquake. Because I'm thinking that's Rocks on Bronzong. He goes directly into Moltres. I'm so willing to risk this. If he's not Scarf, I'm so willing to risk this, but it should be Scarf. Scarf is the one that's run on Moltres. I'm gonna go Rhyperior. As he misses Fire Blast, so I don't get to find out any information from that, but I do get up my rocks here. Even if he has Will-O-Wisp, that's fine. He should go Gligar always. Yep, should always go Gligar, and we can just Ice Punch. As he goes for U-turn immediately instead of defogging, so I keep up rocks, and we get him in versus Bronzor. Now Bronzor could have Psywave. I kind of doubt it has HP Fire. I also want to avoid a Toxic, so I'm going to go directly into Durant right here. With Rocks up, we pressure Moltres. Yeah, exactly. With Rocks up, we pressure Moltres, and we also get off a Hone Claws here, which is really, really nice. Once again, if Moltres wants to come out, then it takes that damage. I should be able to knock out Feraligatr after Rocks. Like I said, Durant does so much, and I can always Z Parting Shot into it later and have it put in some work. That Fire Blast miss sucked, though, because I could have gained some information off of it. Like, goes directly into Gligar, just fine. Like I said, I do 2 KO him, and Ironhead also does have that chance to flinch, so I'm going to go right for that. It's my best play regardless, as we are able to get up the Defog. And I really, really, really want a Thunderfang here. But I think Ironhead is just my best play. Yeah, I wanted to Thunderfang on the incoming Moltres, but I still think this was just my best play. That does so much damage. So once I get up Rocks, even if he goes Gligar, like I'll always go Rhyperior here, because HP Grass doesn't knock me out from Scarf Moltres anyway. As he goes for U-turn, yep. He gets in Gligar. The thing is, it's not worth risking just this second anyway. It's not worth risking at this point. Later I can risk it, because if he gets up Rocks, I get up Rocks too. Like, basically, Scarf Moltres is no longer switching to Durant ever, and I don't ever have to click Thunderfang except versus Feraligatr, which is just about to come out. So this is definitely a huge threat to me. We're going to go directly into my Persian, excuse me, because I can take a hit and smack him with Foul Play as well. I also prevent Gligar from roosting, as well as the fact that I prevent Bronzong from getting up hazards versus me. So yeah, goes Gligar. I get a crit, didn't matter. I can taunt right here. Prevent him from roosting. If he wants to U-turn, good play. This man is all about momentum. If he goes Moltres, I'm going to go for Ice Punch with my Rhyperior. That way I don't allow Gligar to come in. I could see him U-turning, but it won't knock me out. We're going to go Rhyperior, and we're going to, because I want to keep Persian alive. We're going to go Rhyperior, and we're going to go for Ice Punch, because that does not allow Gligar to come in on me, and it will be able to knock him out. If he goes for U-turn, good play, but then I get to bring in a Durant again later. I don't think he'd U-turn, though, just based on the fact that it doesn't do any damage. Yeah, he Fire Blasts. And doesn't burn me immediately. Nice. So we're going to Ice Punch here, because it does hit Gligar if he wants to risk that, and we are able to knock it out, which means that when I get up my Rocks, which I do pretty easily, I want to say, versus Bronzong, I'll be good to go. So, goes Gator. We're going to make the hard into Shaman play, because we are Scarf. Yeah, I figured at this point you'd start Dragon Dancing because my Persian is weakened. And we'll go right for the Scarf Seed Flare, as Bronzong is going to come out. Which is, again, very smart, but this gives me Rocks up with my Rhyperior, which is what I wanted. And Rhyperior with Rocks mean that Moltres is no longer a switch-in at all. I don't have to worry about that for Shaman. Doubles out into Gator, more than likely just to go for Waterfall. Very good play on his part. If he goes for Ice Punch, still good play. There's no point in predicting at this point. I'll just click Seed Flare always. Especially because he goes Moltres. So I don't get the Spadef drop, and U-turn is definitely a possible play he could make. Cresselia is still very good in this, because it beats Bronzong, beats Toxic Oak. Snorlax is just the biggest threat right now that I'm worried about. If I were him, I'd U-turn, but because I don't have enough Seed Flares, I'm a sack Persian, because it also prevents Gator from coming out. Yeah, nice. Prevents Gator from coming out. or at least getting off damage on me. I can always Parting Shot versus everything that he brings in, and I can Toxic Snorlax if he goes out to that. If he goes Bronzong, I'm gonna get up my rocks right here, is what I'm trying to say. Like, I will get up rocks. And what I will actually do is Parting Shot if he goes Toxicroak. If he goes Snorlax, I'm definitely gonna go for Toxic and put him on a timer, because if he is the Figgy Berry set that's running around, then me putting him in that timer with Toxic means that Cresselia can win in the late game. Like I said, Cresselia is very good in this game. It's very, very good. Very good in this game. Extremely good in this game. He's playing his momentum mons well, though. Like, he's using Moltres really well to gain momentum, and I'm trying to limit the amount that he gains per turn, which is why I make the Persian play there. Yeah, that was Toxicroak. Just a little Parting Shot. Easy Parting Shot right now. Right out to Rhyperior, and we finally get up our rocks. I definitely don't die to a Drain Punch. Now we'll get up these rocks here from Moltres. Yep. I eat that up. We knock out Moltres, and I'm out of range of the next one. I'm pretty sure he Z-move Poison. Unfortunately for me, he does get the roll right there. I'm gonna go Shaman and just Psychic. Earth Power doesn't knock him out, so he should know that. He should know that Earth Power doesn't knock him out. He does make the Bronzong play. Very, very solid play on his part. And what I can do is go Persian if he wants to get up rocks first, and Z Parting Shot into my Durant, allowing me to set up a Home Claws and I think win the game because Moltres goes down to rocks. Yeah. So this allows me to Z Parting Shot. That doesn't matter because this breaks. Does it not? It doesn't break Protect? Are you kidding me? I didn't know that didn't break Protect. I didn't know because I mean I'm still good to go. Like, I still have Durant right here, but I didn't know that didn't break Protect. If I would have known, I wouldn't have used it right there. I would have Foul Played first. But because he does have Gyro Ball, I should be good to go as well, because I'll still just set up right now. Sax Moltres, I get my Home Claws. This means that my Thunder Fang will not miss, and I can also knock out Gator. I really didn't know, though. That's crazy. And if he goes Snorlax now, then that lets my Cresselia set up after. Because I thought because it was a Z move, it would go through Protect. Oh, that's good to know. That's really good to know. What I wanted to do was keep my Snorlax, my Durant healthy. That way Snorlax couldn't do anything to me. But unless he has Fire Punch on it anyway, I'm good. And again, having that accuracy, having that +1 Thunder Fang, Life Orb, Hustle boosted, for Alligator is definitely going down. Toxicroak goes down to Iron Head. I live Sucker Punch. Gator, if it's Dragon Dance, it doesn't run Aqua Jet. Only Swords Dance runs Aqua Jet. Anyway, like I always said, Durant was going to put in a lot of work, and I could always Healing Wish it back later, if necessary. I'm glad I got off the Foul Play damage on Bronzong, though. That's going to help later with Cresselia. I mean, Cresselia sets up on it regardless, does not care. I think he has to go Lax here. Yeah, this doesn't kill Lax. But does Lax kill me back? He goes Toxicroak, which definitely dies to Iron Head. Sucker Punch doesn't do enough to me, right? Does he even have Sucker Punch? He might not even have it. Alright, he has it. But we knock out Toxicroak. Great. Still have that Thunder Fang for Bronzong and for well, mainly for Alligator. And if he goes Lax, then this is game for my own Gator because I get to set up on him. And I knock out Bronzong. He goes Gator first. Great. This is 101% accurate, so we'll definitely connect. We knock out Gator there. Giant Threat gone. I can always Healing Wish back up this mon if I need to. Snorlax is going to come out. Iron Head knocks him out because he's an offensive variant, or a different variant than the one that we normally see, I guess. And yeah, so Durant put in work in that first game. That's the game plan I was going for the entire time. All I needed was that hit on Moltres and Stealth Rock. I was, of course, a little bit misinformed on how Z Parting Shot would work. I thought because Z moves go through Protect, maybe that would work through Protect too. But we're able to get that first game, which is really nice. Let's see what I want to use next. I think Specs Como is what I want to use now. I think I should still use the same team, to be honest. But alright, so he has Gator, which is a threat, man, to say the least. That is a huge threat versus me, man. Dragon Dance, Flygon is pretty good. Gligar is really set up unless it's Toxic. I feel like the last team with Subcombine Crest would have been good, but except for Cavalier, obviously. I'll leave Bronzong because it matches up well versus everything, but I want to say Sharpedo. And yeah, this will hurt, but I do want my rocks up early. Oh man, what is that damage? I don't think that's Bandit damage. Bandit would have done a lot more. Yep, that's just some sort of an SD set, which is fine. I can go out to Quillfish now as he does Pursuit me. Very, very, very good play on his part. Very, very, very good play on his part. Definitely. We're faster than Gligar, right? Gligar runs 206 speed. So I go up a spike here. We're going to be pressuring the Sharpedo, which is Life Orb. We're going to be pressuring... It's not Mega Sharpedo, obviously, it's Life Orb. That's something to note. I forgot about. But we're going to be pressuring our Sharpedo. We're going to be pressuring Gligar. It's not going to be able to get any hazard versus me. Or Defog, which is what I want. Directly into Dragalge is a good play. But we can go out to Bronzong as fodder. If he wants to get up a T-Spike, I absorb that later. If he wants to go for Sludge Wave, that's fine as well. Do I have Ice Fang on my... Yeah, drops a Draco. That might be Specs. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go Aerodactyl, and I'm going to Ice Fang right here on the Gligar. Though I could Stone Edge. I'm Ice Fang directly on Gligar. I guess you can make a Scavalier, but because I could be Life Orb, Arrow, or Earthquake, I think I'd fear Life Orb, Arrow, or Earthquake, which is why I want Ice Fang right now. Even if he stays in, like, I don't think a Scavalier takes Life Orb, Earthquake into Life Orb, Stone Edge. So if I were him, I would always go Gligar and try and defog. Also avoid an Earthquake. But yeah, Dragalge being weakened is nice. Taking that chip. I gotta get rid of Florges, obviously. Directly into a Scavalier. Wow, he got me. Directly into a Scavalier. I guess he could pursue here if he wants to, but I can always double out into my Quillfish. I see him doubling. I definitely see him doubling out into Dragalge right now. Because the thing is, he doesn't have to double right here. He could make the, I want to double Ice Fang so badly. Because I have Quillfish as a switch in. I want to double. I think I'm going to call the play. Like, I'm going to call either his double into Dragalge, and this will 2-hit KO it / get rid of, or the, Quillfish is so obvious. And he looks like the type of player that would double. I'm going to do it. Crap, man. Alright, so I'm wrong. As he knocks me out with Iron Head. Yeah, I see... Like, that, that was a safe play for him, which is why I thought, because Quillfish was so obvious as a switch-in, but this obviously hurts me a lot, because he can just Draco again. I still have a chance with Dragon Dance, I definitely still have a chance with Dragon Dance Flygon. Yeah, this Draco gonna hurt. Then I have no more switch-ins to this Cavalier. I'm just gonna boom. I don't have a switch-in anyway. At least I get rid of Dragalge right there, which is definitely what I wanted. We can go Flygon and just try Dragon Dancing up, because Escavalier dies to +1 Earthquake, Florges dies to +1 Iron Tail. It depends on like the Gligar set, but Dragon Dancing up with Flygon seems to be my best bet. I should have went Quillfish there and then doubled, predicting Dragalge, but I think either way it was like a 50-50 at that point. And Gator, look at Gator versus this team, man. Like, Dragalge went down. That had to be Specs Dragalge too. Dragalge went down. Directly in the Florges he goes. Wait, I'm at Dragonium? I am Dragonium Z. Oh, okay, so that makes it better, for at least in that case. We're going to go Shaman here. Yeah, we're going to go Shaman. And just attempt to weaken him. I didn't realize I was Dragonium Z. That makes it a little bit easier. That's in some points, anyway. So Elite Sheet is relatively safe here. If he wants to Calm Mind up, I always do have the Iron Tail as well. And the fact that I do have the chance of dropping his Spadef, which I will go for. That don't matter. I need some Spadef drops. This is what C-Flare does. There we go. There we go. So we'll do a considerable amount more, and he can try and stall me out with this. I don't mind this Mon going down, which is what I really want Florges to go down. He could also go Escavalier if he wants to at some point. He's smart to save Gligar for Flygon. But if I get rid of this, I also just spam Clanging Scales with my Como. This is gonna be a tough endgame, I think. But I think Shaman definitely can do it. Especially if it keeps, you know, dropping and whatnot. Which is what I needed to do. How much does Iron Tail do to Florges? 46 to 54. Alright, that's good to know. Just regular Iron Tail, just 46 to 54%. So, if I keep him low, I'll be okay. If he goes Gligar right now, that'd be best case scenario for me. If he goes Escavalier, I would need a Spadef drop so I can actually do some damage to him. But that would still be really good. I guess the special attack drop. This is a 30% chance to flinch, so we'll go for this. No! This is definitely not good. So he can knock me out the next one, assuming... I know he knows that, so I'm actually going to go for Protect. That way he can't knock me out, and I can try and go for some more drops on the Florges. At least keep it low. Because I need to keep Florges relatively low, that way I can at least revenge kill it with Flygon's Iron Tail. Do I have Flash Cannon on my Como? This needs to start... Oh, there's the... I'm going there. I can still set up with Flygon though. So it's not over. It's definitely not over. Especially because I just get to click Splash Cannon now. He knocks me out, but he only has 4 synthesis left, and he can't stall me out with the fact that if he switches out now, basically, he's in range of Iron Tail, unboosted. If he stays in, I don't think I knock him out. And I think that Sharpedo wins the game with his Life Orb hit, but ideally we do. Yep. So he knocks me out, but I do keep him out of range of, or I do keep him rather in range of Earthquake, which is good. Yeah, I do keep him in range of Earthquake. Flurries goes down. I wish I had a Pangoro, dude. SD Pangoro. Do I have any SD Pangoro teams? Shaman comes out. I have to dodge. Yeah, I have to dodge a Seed Flare if anything. I live 1, but that's not enough. Because Gligar comes out. Like, I knock out Shaman here, but Gligar gets to come out. And unless Gligar literally cannot touch me, I lose. Like, Gligar has to literally not be able to touch me. And if that's the case, I'm going to have to go for Dragon Dance here. And hope he doesn't. Good game. Alright. So game 3. I really liked this team versus that. He hasn't used Pangoro yet. So I'm actually going to make this Hidden Power Fire. It might be the wrong call, but because he hasn't used Pangoro yet and he has shown a Escavalier, I really want to make this Hidden Power Fire. Let's see how much it does to Escavalier. That's decent damage. Now, the point of Moonblast was that it actually knocked them out. Yeah, I'm making a Hidden Power Fire for this game. If I regret that, then so be it. Alright, so I don't regret it. I don't necessarily regret it in this game, though. It would be nice to have it. Oko's Durant, which is really good. Oko and Durant is really nice. Yeah, I don't regret it in this game. I definitely don't. Because Cresselia just wins on its own. Have fun. So this is game 3. And knocking out Durant is just huge. Huge. Rhyperior gets up rocks early. Need that from Moltres. And this Rhyperior also gives me a good lead versus potentially Durant as well as Tyrantrum. Tyrantrum is very threatening. But my Cresselia is faster than Durant. And I can sub versus Gligar too. I also knock out Durant in one hit with HP Fire. And Durant has to land its attack. So Calm Mind Slowking could be a problem. I'm hoping it's Assault Vest. But Gator just wins at +1 as well. That's another mon that can win at +1. So I'm going to lead Rhyperior. It just matches up well versus Tyrantrum as a lead. He leads Slowking, which matches up well versus my entire team as a lead. So very smart on his part. I'm going to go directly into Shaman here. On his Scald. As he gets the burn. And what I actually want to do is double out into my Persian. Let's see if he opts to stand. If he does, then I know that he is Assault Vest. But he goes Bronzong, which is fine. This gives me a taunt. Still gives me a taunt, which I don't mind much. I'm always going for taunt here. Doesn't matter if he went Gligar. Is he Defog? Yep, if he's default because he has Moltres, he is now on a timer, which means that Cresselia beats that thing easier. I will take that. I definitely take that right now. Definitely take that right now. So Moltres could definitely come out, and I can see it going for HP Grass. I'm just glad that Gligar is now on a timer. Once I get in Cresselia safely, it's going to be so good. We're going to be good to go once I get in Cresselia safely. But because it is default Gligar, it can't have immunity. Moltres comes out, which is definitely going to go for a fire move. He could go for HP Grass, but I'm always going to make the Rhyperior play. As he goes right for U-turn. And it's Life Orb Moltres. Oh, okay, that's good to know. It's not Scarf this game. Not Scarf this game. We'll make the Persian play. Yep. That has to be AV. That's AV. For sure. If it's Scald Fire Blast, it's definitely AV. And I'm going to Parting Shot now. Because he can't touch. He can Scald Burn me, though. So I got to be careful. If he would have Toxic. He was about to give me a Toxic on. That's crazy. I'm going to double out to Persian right here. If he wants to go for that Fire Blast / go Moltres. And this gives me, because I see him U-turning here, I'm actually going to go for Toxic and land it on Moltres. I'm trying to set up for Cresselia. So by me being able to land these Toxic on the huge threats that he has, it works out for me. Especially because if he goes Gligar, it gets a Parting Shot anyway. So landing that Toxic on Moltres is great. Landing it on him is fine. Tyrantrum comes out. More than likely Scarf. I'll make the Rhyperior play. Though I want to find out if he's Scarf though. I'm Parting Shot. As he doubles out to Slowking. Great. I think it's time to try and go Gator. Because the main reason I'm doing this is because unless he Scald Burns me or has Dragon Tail, I'm good. We'll see if he has Dragon Tail right here. He does have Dragon Tail as his last move, alright. Durant comes in though. Oh, my boy Kevin. Boy, do I want to stay in because Crunch knocks him out. It should knock him out. Is he running my set? It's not time yet. 101 to 108 is really good damage though. This mon's just too good. I'm going for it. It's worth it right now. It's worth it. It's definitely worth it. Because I get to go Cresselia and sub. That brings in Durant, and I can HP fire that thing. Or if he goes Bronzong, that's fine too. Because we start getting Combine boosts, which help me beat on Moltres. It is time. It is time. And he has to land, and I have the HP fire. We are good to go. That's, like I said, and he has to land. So we beat Durant. That absolutely sucks. I know that's devastating. That is absolutely devastating for my opponent. Absolutely terrible. Like getting rid of Durant so early. The fact that I set up on Bronzong and Slowking. Like I beat Slowking 1v1. If he goes Slowking just to get regen. Or Tyrantrum, I'm faster than this. And I get to... And he's Scarf too. Ooh, man. Man, that is bad. But I did make the good call though. I did make the great call of bringing Cresselia to do this. And I knew that I'd be able to put in work if I put HP Fire on it. Just based on what he's been using. So obviously that does suck. There's nothing I can do about that though. Moltres comes out. We're definitely not going to risk a Toxic or Will-O-Wisp. Actually, we have Healing Wish, so we can afford to risk it. Yeah, we can afford to risk this. Because we have Healing Wish, so, and Z Parting Shot. So I can afford to, because he'll go down to Life Orb plus Poison anyway. Or just this, Cresselia. And like I said, I could afford it that. I was able to afford that because I do have Healing Wish and Parting Shot in the back, so. Let's stall out a couple Scalds here. Definitely just stall out a couple of them. Do as much damage as possible with hitting Power Fire. 32% ain't bad. 32% is not bad at all. I'm gonna go directly into Persian right here because I expect him to rocks. If he goes for Jabberwoll, that's fine because again I get the Healing Wish up, which is what I wanted. Well, actually I get Gator in and I just win, so. Crunch first is the play because I knock him out, yeah, and Gator just wins. So like I said, yeah. Obviously, Cresselia put in work. The misses absolutely sucked, but that is what happens when you use Head Smash and Durant, unfortunately. But like I said, I knew Gator could win in the late game anyway. And sacking Persian was the best play because if he got up rocks, I went for Taunt and then Z Parting Shot. And then I brought back in Cresselia. I had Healing Wish, Shaman in the back. I'm glad I made the right call there. And obviously I got lucky though. I definitely did get lucky. But his team was absolutely devastated by Gator. Especially when his only revenge killer, which was Scarf Tyrantrum, went down. Bronzong always runs Spadef, which is why I took nothing from +2 hitting Power Fire even though I was invested. And it just did not go my opponent's way this game. But I'm just glad that I didn't regret the call that I made. In any case guys, I hope you all enjoyed. Thank you for watching. Of course, feel free to leave a like. And I'll see you guys next time with the next round of Are You Open. Goodbye, friends. Yo, what's up, guys, and welcome to the next round of the Are You Open. I'm playing Meta Knight today. I actually changed up one of the teams real quick. I made my sub-combine Cresselia Signal Beam because I noticed he likes to use Malamar a lot. Hopefully that works out well for me. And then I'll probably change it up again if he decides to use Escavalier. Actually, I want to change this right after the game, but of course he brings Pangoro. On the one team that I changed it from Moonblast. Looks like we're facing Webs, which isn't the biggest deal, honestly. We'll lead off with our Persian because we can taunt Galvantula if necessary and then Parting Shot into Rhyperior. Yeah, I think stopping Sticky Web is crucial. This will be tough, but I spam Sleet Flare with Shaman, thankfully, which is why I want to stop Sticky Web. Let's see if he Bug Buzzes first. Yep, he does Web first. Nice. So we can Parting Shot directly into Rhyperior and get up our rocks, which will help out versus Feraligatr. And yeah, Rhyperior should be able to take a hit. We take the Bug Buzz. We should also be able to take the -2 Giga Drain or whatever he wants to go for. It actually drops the Thunder on me, so not the worst for me. Get up our rocks right here as he does go for that Giga Drain. It's Life Orb at that, but we do get up rocks, which is what I want. And unfortunately, he's going to be able to taunt me right here. But figuring out his Life Orb is really cool. I'm pretty sure he's just going to set up his Sticky Web, so I'll go for my Stone Edge. He doesn't set up his Sticky Web, but this is better for me. This is definitely better for me because we figure out he's Life Orb. I think that my Durant actually knocks him out, but let me just calc. Crunch says 70. That's not enough. It's definitely not enough. We'll go out into Persian and just taunt him again. I do not want him setting up. I'm weaker to Feraligatr now, as he does go for Webs, but I'm being weaker for Alligator, but potentially winning with Durant is really, really good in this game, or worth it in this game. Sharpedo obviously is the biggest threat as well. I got to be careful around that thing. Not having Moonblast is annoying, but he's really weak to my Gator at +1 as well. And I'll just parting shot here as he goes directly into Mantine. Nice. So this does give me my Durant as a pretty good switch in. I can knock him out with Thunder Fang while keeping up rocks. Yeah, I can knock him out with Thunder Fang while keeping up rocks. As we do connect, great. And we get rid of Mantine. So Shaman Seed Flare is looking really, really, really good right now. Goes Golem. I'm going to Home Claws right now because if he gets up rocks, then I knock him out. He goes for Rock Blast. 3, 4, 5 hits. So that's definitely a little bit annoying. We'll go Persian and taunt him into Z Parting Shot. I expected a Sucker Punch, yeah. So we'll taunt him into Z Parting Shot to bring back my Durant. I don't want him getting up rocks, definitely not. And I don't mind this happening because like, basically I get off the Z Parting Shot right here. Which brings in my Durant, which can then just get healed up. If you guys didn't know, Z Parting Shot does heal you back up. Obviously, you still have to take the hit after, but this still works out okay for me. Especially because I can probably just go right for Iron Head right here. And just knock him out. I probably did that from the beginning. Yeah, I should have calced if anything, but we prevent rocks. And again, Seed Flare is looking really good. Yeah, it's a good mon. Protect is probably his play. I'll make the Cresselia play, assuming he wants to protect right here. Cresselia doesn't die to one hit, and I can knock him out with Signal Beam after. Yeah. Galvantula comes out. He allows me to hit that thing with the Signal Beam. I actually confuse him as well, which is really bad, but I'm going to go directly into my Shaman because if he does hit himself, I can then, 1, prevent Sticky Web, and 2, I spam Seed Flare to kind of win. Scarf Seed Flare does the work, and unfortunately he does hit himself, so I guess Signal Beam definitely did the job right there. Pangoro comes out. This mon is a problem. Directly into Persian we go on a knockoff or anything. This can also taunt for Alligator if he wants to go for that. Yep. And I can Toxic Pangoro as well. Or not. I lied. But thankfully at least that we live this, so I can go for another Toxic. Put him on that timer. And he's Lumberry. I mean, Foul Play's still going to do a decent chunk. He's going... Does he have Bullet Punch as his last move? Nope. So he just decides to SD twice. Does he... I have Gator in the back. Yeah, he has to have Bullet Punch. I was about to say, but I have Gator in the back, which doesn't care and outspeeds him and knocks him out. So... I'm not entirely sure right here, like, why he set it to +6, but... Yeah, I outspeed him, I knock him out, and then Cresselia knocks out Sharpedo while living 1 hit. What do you protect? There's no point in protecting. Yeah, he just crunched. We'll go for our Sheer Force boosted Waterfall. I'm not sure if that actually knocks him out in 1. It does. Wow. And Gator comes out, and all I got to do is go for the Crunch. Let me just calc that Crunch 2-hit KOs. Yeah, it does 2-hit KO, so that prevents him from setting up. And that prevents him from setting up multiple times. And he Swords Dance as well, so my Cresselia will be faster. And I don't think Aqua Jet, I don't even know if Aqua Jet knocks me out. Oh, it does. He gets a crit, but Cresselia will be faster, and I can knock him out with the Psychic right here, and that should be game. So, yeah. Good game. Definitely luck in my favor. His Galvantula set being Life Orb definitely helped. The fact that he hit himself in Confusion, so I did not have to worry about Sticky Web at all. That was big. That was really big. I didn't even take into account that he would be SD Gator because he is Web, so that's something to note. So that was Moonblast. I kind of want to make it HP Fire, but my gut's still saying Signal Beam. My gut is definitely still saying Signal Beam, so we're going to challenge him with the exact same team. Yep, I'm glad I went with Signal Beam this game because it just wins. Like, it actually just wins as a whole. So I think I could just lead off with it and win. That's exactly what I'm going to do. Have fun. So go for sub right now. As he goes, Nikrozma. And this is just straight up setup fodder. I think this is the beginning of the end because Cresselia, it looks like it just wins. He could be Calm Mind of its own, but I'm pretty sure, what format is it? RE. I'm pretty sure this is Rocks. Yep. Nice. And that means I set up twice. He has no offensive pressure to break myself. Like, normally this would be okay. So here we go. That's what I'm feeling, bro. That's what I feel. Nikrozma. Oh, he set up Trick Room right here. Ooh, but he still can't break myself. I'll just go for Signal Beam because Malamar's the only mon that could actually come in. Diancie comes out. I wonder if Diancie breaks my sub. It's leftovers, so I kind of doubt it. Oh, he's Calm Mind Diancie. But I'm already boosted enough. Is he Calm Mind Trick Room? I mean, I'll Calm Mind up again. Yeah, because he doesn't have that many turns of Trick Room, and I can eventually be +6 and actually beat him down. Is he Calm Mind Trick Room? I don't even know. Like, now I'm +4 Cresselia, and I'll be doing a decent chunk to him. And like none of his special attackers will break my sub. I Oko all the others. I guess he is Calm Mind Trick Room. Maybe he's not. Is he Rest Talk? I mean, Gator at the end of the day, and so Durant, they all deal with this. Durant actually puts in a lot of work anyway, in case this doesn't work. But like I said, Cresselia just looks so good versus his team on paper. Alright, so ideally we speed this up and I get a crit right now. But this does so much damage anyway. Oh, he is Calm Mind Trick Room, alright. So, because we're both +6, I guess he's a little bit more deadly because he's on the Trick Room. But I don't think he has enough to break through my... Yeah, that breaks through. But like what my opponent needs is... I don't want to speak it to life, but if he gets a crit immediately, it'd be bad for me. Obviously. But if he doesn't get a crit at all, I knock out the Diancie right here while getting rid of Trick Room. And I beat down Porygon as well and just sub versus it. So he didn't get the crit. Nice. We're going to be able to knock out the Diancie right there. Giant threat. And Cresselia is now a +6 variant versus RU Trick Room. Or some variation of Trick Room, rather. I think that's game. And I was glad. I mean, even in a case like I didn't obviously show Signal Beam originally. Like, he goes Galgi. This is definitely not going to be able to knock me out. And I definitely Oko that thing. No point in subbing because that leaves room for like a crit Draco, which would break my sub anyway. So I might as well just knock out everything. And I'm faster than this as well. Signal Beam knocks this guy out. This is the exact reason why I put Signal Beam on my set for this mon. Good game. And yeah, we end up winning 2-0 in the next round of the RU Open. So thank you everybody for watching. Of course, I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, feel free to leave a like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time with some more coverage of tournaments. So goodbye, friends.